Hi, everybody. It's been so long since I did readings on YouTube. I've been so busy working in my day job that I've literally only been having one day off a week throughout the whole of this year, really. It started back in March when we had the first lockdown, and it's not due really to end until the end of this year in December. But at the moment today, did have a day's holiday, and I just thought, after all these months of being away from you guys, I really felt that I would like to do a reading again. So it's not due to the fact that it's only today that I'm off. I haven't got the time to break the videos down into each sign, so I'm having to do them in groups, okay, and incorporate it into the one video again because of the lack of time. But I thought something is better than nothing, so maybe this will be a regular thing again, okay? If not, then I really hope to bring this my channel back properly come the new year, when hopefully I'll have more time to devote to it. So I do hope that you're all well, okay, and I hope you enjoyed this reading. So we're doing it in the four. So we have the fire here, we've got air here, we have water here, and here we've got earth, okay? I've pulled two cards for each element, and that's how we're going to do it today. So please, just sit back, relax, and I hope the messages are going to help you. So for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. You've got two cards here. You've got the Three of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. A couple of things here. The Five of Pentacles, as we know, can talk about some financial struggles. It's nothing serious with the Five of Pentacles. Quite often it can just be a case that at the moment the finances are a little bit on the low side, okay? Things will improve and things will pick up. But it may be, that you've had some heavier bills coming through the door. Obviously, we're not too far away from Christmas. So at this time of year, we are spending a little bit more. So as I said, it's nothing too major with the Five of Pentacles. If it is related to finances, things will improve. The Three of Cups is a nice card. It is a card that can sometimes suggest that there may be cause for celebration, and you may then be celebrating something with your friends. Now, it may be you that has reason to celebrate, or maybe one of your friends. The Three of Cups also can talk about our social network and how we have a good support team around us. Our friends are important to us, and they're always there, and they've always got our back. Two other aspects though. Five of Pentacles sometimes can be a card that can talk about feeling as though you're on the outside, feeling alone. So is it for some of you that there's been some issues around your social network? Have you had a disagreement or a falling out with a particular friend? And it may be that as a result of that, it's left you feeling as though maybe alone, feeling that sense of loneliness, or it's made you feel as though you're on the outside looking in if it's been a group situation with friends. One other thing to think about here as well, fire signs, is that because of the Five of Pentacles can talk about how there may be some issues, be them temporary, around finances. Have some of you been burning the candle a little bit too much? Have some of you been going out partying a little bit, where at the moment, with the way the country is, you know, the world is, I should say, in terms of these lockdowns and the virus, you know, I guess that may not be the case for the majority, but maybe for some of you, you have been out partying a little bit too much, and then that has created this situation with your finances. So look, nothing too worrying there for the finances. As I said, the only thing that really that creates any concern in me, but not major concern, is if there has been any issues or falling out with a particular friend. Maybe that is something that you need to try to resolve or address. Moving on to the air signs, so Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. We have the Strength card and we have the Tower. Now look, the Tower is often one of my favourite cards. People are afraid of the Tower card, but really, although the Tower card catches us off the hook, you know, and we're not prepared for it, what the Tower card is ultimately doing is it's removing something or someone from our lives that really we ourselves should have removed. Sometimes it can be that something has been built on a faulty foundation and it needs to collapse. It needs to come crumbling down in order for you to be able to rebuild it, but this time rebuild it better. So if for some of you air signs, we're talking about the breaking down or the unexpected collapse of a relationship, for some of you, it may be that the relationship was not working at its full potential, at its best. And it needed to come crumbling down in order for things to be repaired and rebuilt. For others of you, if we're talking relationship, it could mean that this is the breakup, the final collapse of a relationship. In which case, it is going to take internal strength. You're going to need to tap into your internal strength to get through this situation. Sorry, but remember, the Tower never removes things from our lives unless, as I said, they need to be removed. The Strength card, as I just briefly mentioned, is about tapping into our internal strength, okay? Sometimes it can be about dealing with somebody, a difficult person, but in this instance, where I see it teamed with the Tower, I think it's more about understanding that you do have the strength to be able to get through this. So for some of you, this Tower could be the collapse of a relationship. For others of you, at this horrible time that we're going through, it could be the collapse of a job. That maybe there is going to be some mass redundancies where you work, and it's going to mean there is going to be job losses for some of you, okay? And you know, but nothing is permanent here, okay? This is all temporary situations and it can all be resolved. So don't panic and don't stress too much, okay? As I said, the thing with the Tower is at the time we see it as a bad thing. It can be a shock. It can be something horrible. We feel horrible. It can make us feel at our very lowest. But remember, The Tower only ever removes what needs to be removed. Moving on to the water signs, so Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. You have the Seven of Swords and the Four of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords is my least favourite card. If you look at this man with that real smug smile on his face, he's either thinking about doing something underhand, or he already has and he feels he's got away with it. The Seven of Swords is talking about somebody that is either thinking of doing something, or, as I said, has already done something. It can be lying. It can be, if we're talking about a relationship, this may sound a bit extreme, but you know, that type of thing where you come home from work and you discover that your partner's closet is empty because they've literally packed their bags and left, and haven't had the decency to discuss this with you, to tell you what they're going to do. So it can talk about somebody very cunning, very sly, somebody that you cannot trust. Somebody, as I said, that is planning to either do something or has already done something. Somebody that may be telling you something, but they're not being honest. It's a lie. Four of Swords. Now, the thing I want to say here is that for a lot of you, this Seven of Swords situation may have very recently already taken place, because with the Four of Swords, we've come from the Three of Swords, which is talking about heartbreak and sadness. And if you look here, the three swords are lined up together. So maybe for some of you, you are in the stages now of, because the Four of Swords is about needing respite, about needing to heal, to put one's thoughts aside and to take a time out, because we've been through something that has been quite painful, or we have found to be very sad. And as I said, that could be at the result of the fact that somebody has severely let you down, that they've lied to you, or you know, they've been dishonest in some form or another. The Four of Swords also can be a card about cutting contact, having no contact with somebody. So it may be that there is somebody around you that may be being dishonest, somebody that you cannot trust, and you may very well need to cut all contact with this person. Moving on now, last but not least, to the earth signs. So Taurus, Capricorn and Virgo. You have the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups. Ace is always the potential of a new beginning. The pages are often messengers. The thing with the Page of Cups, it can often be a message coming through. It's the cups, so it's to do with our feelings and our emotions. But it can be sometimes a message coming through that's quite unexpected. Now, as a person, the Page of Cups can be somebody that is quite, how can I say it? Somebody that is emotionally immature, or somebody that doesn't deal with emotions very well, cannot express their emotions very well. So when they do express emotion, it can catch you off guard. It can be quite a shock. It can come out of the blue, because as I said, it's not what you would expect from this person. So for some of you, you may find that that is the case. For others of you, you may just hear something that impacts you emotionally, and it may be a message that comes unexpectedly. The Ace, as I said, the Ace of Cups is the potential for a new beginning. And the cup is runneth over in the Ace of Cups, suggesting that there's so much emotion and feeling that all the water spills out. It's positive, it's upright, it's a wonderful feeling. It can make you feel quite euphoric. Bear in mind, it's only one cup, so it's very much focusing on one person, i.e. yourself. It's not talking about you and your partner. It's talking about you and your emotions and feelings. So I feel that you're either going to hear unexpected news that is going to have a positive impact on you emotionally, or somebody that you wouldn't expect is maybe going to open up to you and share some emotions with you and feelings that again are going to have a positive impact on your emotions and feelings. I'm not putting a time span on these readings, okay? These readings, when I was focusing and shuffling, were really just based on the here and the now, okay? So I think that's just how I'm going to word it, here and now. I've really loved being back today doing these readings, or doing this reading, I should say. I do hope to have the time over the coming weeks that where maybe I'll be able to do this type of reading again. And then hopefully in the new year, I can get back to focusing on each sun sign. Okay, thank you so much and stay safe. Take care. Bye.